There are many challenges in the IT world today. One of those that are top of mind for organizations is to maintain a secure IT environment. We know that it is difficult and cost prohibitive to hire people with the security skills you need. Why not provide IT security training to upskill your existing staff? They know your business and systems, and with just a few hours of training, can keep your business safer from the maladies of IT security breaches and the loss of revenue that may result. In this demo, we will show how a mixture of videos, subject matter-led video-based courses, books, mentors, and hands-on practice can help your organization build the security skills it needs today. For this demonstration, we have created a learning program called Taking Your Security Skills to the Next Level that includes hand-selected learning resources that are presented in a recommended order of usage. Let's take a look at the learning program. This particular program contains learning components with the specific goal of improving IT security skills. It includes an intro video, courses and a book aligned with the CompT Advanced Security Practitioner certification, access to the Skillsoft mentoring team, a virtual practice lab, and a test prep to help learners gauge their progress and to help prepare them should they, or you, decide to have them sit for the CASP exam. Let's take a look at a course first. As with all Skillsoft courses, you have options to maximize your learning in the time you have available. To start, you could simply click on one of the videos from the table of contents, or you can take a pre-test to determine where to focus your efforts. At the end of each section, learners are presented with a test to assess their knowledge of the material, and there is a practice session at the end of each course. Let's launch one of the videos.
Cryptography is used to secure messages and hide information from potential thieves. In this video, I'll explain key stretching and hashing techniques you can use to secure your network environment. In cryptography, key stretching is when you take a weak password or weak passphrase and try to make it more secure. By making it more secure, you're protecting the weak password or passphrase against brute force attacks. In order to successfully implement key stretching, an algorithm is introduced into the weak password or passphrase that makes brute force attacks much more difficult, if not impossible. Two approaches to key stretching include PBKDF2 and bcrypt.
If we had let this video run to completion, the next video in the course would automatically have started. Now let's assume that the learner has either completed the course or has watched all the sections of interest them, and a week or two later an issue comes up at work around cross-site scripting. If the learner wants to refamiliarize themselves with cross-site scripting, also known as XSS, they could go back and watch the section of the course on the subject, or they might want to go and take a look at a book on the subject. Let's take a look at a book now. So we're now looking at the table of contents for this book, and a really helpful feature is the ability to search within the book. So if we do a quick search on XSS, which is short for cross-site scripting, you'll see all the places where XSS appears in the book. You can bookmark a section, or you can go in and take a look and read that particular section of the book. There are lots of other great features in books, including downloading of chapters and searching only within code listings. Now let's ask one of our mentors about XSS. Skillsoft mentors are highly credentialed individuals who between them have over 1,000 certifications and certificates, and they are available to answer questions from your learners. Let's click on the Chat with a Mentor. And in a short time, we'll get a greeting from one of our mentors. Now you see that Colin M. has asked if there's anything he can help us with today. Since we're interested in learning more about cross-site scripting, let's ask him a question. We type in the request, hit the send button, and then we wait for the subject matter expert to provide an answer to us. Now you see that Colin M. has responded saying one of the best ways is to create a filter to remove risky keywords such as the script tag and JavaScript commands and pass all external data through it. If I had more questions, I could ask more questions of the mentor, but for now I'm just going to say thanks and get back to my problem at hand. Now let's assume that the learner has completed the course, reviewed the book, and asked questions of the mentors. To see if they've actually learned the material, they can launch the test prep from the learning program. Test preps are sample exams that simulate the questions that would appear on the certification exam. The learner can either take the exam in a study mode or a certification mode. If they take it in the certification mode, it simulates an actual test environment. If they're in study mode, it provides an answer to each question, tells you if you're right or wrong as you go along. The final part of the training program for your learners is to give them hands-on practice implementing the tools and techniques they learned. From the learning program, let's launch the virtual practice lab. This particular practice lab is a collection of over 18 hours of practice broken up into over a dozen different labs. As you can see, the coverage is quite extensive. If you launch one of the labs, you get access to real equipment and applications. This is not a simulation. Here you see the list of equipment that you have available to you during the practice lab. If you click on one of the pieces of equipment, you can power on the equipment just as if the equipment was sitting in a room in your offices. You can practice with the equipment every way you want to, do it in an ad hoc manner. If you crash the machine, you can reboot it, or you can print out a set of exercises or follow the exercises on the screen to take you through the entire procedure. This is a great way to solidify the knowledge that you've picked up through the various videos, courses, and books offered in this learning program. Although this demo focused on just one learning goal, you can easily search and browse for resources on other topics, and you can create learning programs around any topic. In this demo, I hope I have shown you how you can take advantage of Skillsoft's learning resources to create an environment where your staff can continuously learn and keep their skills up to date, resulting in improved business outcomes for your organization.